When they clash on Saturday night, only 288 days will have passed since Washington and Brandon Valley last met on the football field. That game was the 11 AAA championship. It's being used by both sides as motivation entering 2017, albeit for different reasons.
Like, a part of me thinks about it to give me more motivation for our first game against them, but you kind of just got to let it go and get ready for the next game.
It's not really revenge or anything really like that. It's more focus on the best opponents and the best stages and on the biggest venues and rise to the occasion.
For Washington, the pursuit of a three-peat marks the continuation of a stark turnaround under head coach Chad Statham. That first season with the Warriors was particularly tough. Fans were highly critical as the team stumbled to a 3-6 finish in 2013. But midway through year two, the culture started to change.
I think the kids started buying into me a little bit, knowing what kind of person I am. Got to know how I handled things and started trusting in what I was doing. They knew I really cared about them, and then that's when I think things started changing.
He's a great guy. He pulls a lot of jokes. It's funny.
Someday I'm gonna grow up like you. I gotta grow my hair out though. Ready to go!
Like a freshman, when I came in, he was always tapping my shoulder. I was always looking back and forth. He's always telling me, "You got me." But then you start growing into it, not to look. But yeah.
How long did it take him to catch on to the shoulder tapping thing?
Oh, it took him to his sophomore year. I do that with all the guys. I mess with them quite a bit.
He always likes to joke around about anything, honestly.
Christine's so proud of you. Have you been sharing hair products? Mom, you got a conditioner? Mom.
He'll find something funny to laugh at, and you just kind of... He can make you look dumb sometimes when you look the wrong way. That's for sure.
I mean, who wears shorts like that? I do. Hey, Larry, roll up. Is he roasting you? Yeah, he's roasting you. I'm going to do it.
And the way I look at it is I don't want guys to take things too seriously. I want you to be competitive. I want you to be sharp and all that. But at the same point, it's a game. And let's have fun.
You guys need to see the good ones like Caddyshack, Dumb and Dumber. I didn't know you had a biography. Guys, don't be like Freeze. That's a wild child of not to be like. Okay, right here. Thank you for sharing. Okay, now we all know not what to be like.
I'm more concerned about where the guys are going to be years later on, and I'm getting to the point where I've got guys who've been out, in their own life. They're turning 30, they're turning 32, and they're becoming professionals, and I'm starting to see what kind of men there are. I went to Doug Carlson. He was my Joe Robbie winner on my 2004 team in Howard. I went to his daughter's birthday party, and I was able to watch him as a dad. And I told him later on, I texted him and I called him. I said, I'm so proud of you, how good of a dad you are and how good of a husband you are to your wife. You just don't sit back. You're involved and you're working, and there's a lot of people going on, a lot of chaos. And I go, that right there makes me probably most proud of him. And and that's the kind of stuff that former players I'm getting used to. And again, I'm getting kind of choked up because that's important to me.
While Washington is gearing up for a shot at history, Brandon Valley has its eyes set on playing spoiler in the season opener.
The one thing about opening up with, the team that's the team to beat in Washington is that you get to see where your team sits right away. After last year's game, the first game we played them, then I kind of knew where we were at and what we need to work on, things like that.
If somebody's going to beat us, it's 28. White. Is that it? That's ideal. Good.
I don't know if the guys really realize it yet, that how mentally focused and tough you have to be to play them, because they're a tough team,
And even Coach Zerr said to me, wow, forget how exciting this is. You cannot replace the excitement on Friday, okay? It happens to be Saturday, but it's still on a night, right? Okay, so you guys battle for each other, okay? You've worked all summer, all right? You guys have worked all summer with power and everything, okay? It's your time, okay? It's your time now to shine. Let's go! profession? Warriors, what is your profession?
I wasn't real happy with, I mean, you could kind of see some heads down when they scored that first time, and then, you know, and then we didn't get a drive, and then they turned around and scored again. So. They're so good on the edge, so all you can get is up through the middle, and you know you can get your 5 yards up through the middle, but eventually they're going to converge on it. And I mean, we just couldn't get to we couldn't get him to the edge, we need to get Braden to the edge in order for him to succeed.
For water donations for all the events, T-shirts were donated by Architectural Incorporated.
Congrats, buddy.
Peterson on the carry.
Come on, get your eyes.
Play second down and 10 for Granabout for Washington.
We got to score the next series, and we got to make a huge push next series. So every little thing that we've messed up on has got to be good this next series. Like I told you earlier, I'm not disappointed in the stuff we're doing. It's just these little tiny things. You know, not hearing the quarterback, not taking care of little things right now. All right, we're okay. Got that? You guys are okay.
Well, I talked to him right away when we went in, and I said, just that we're playing for a lot of pride right now, and we're, you know, that we need to learn and we need to win this half. I said, you know, you got to win the half, and just like we talked to him at the beginning of the game about winning each play and winning quarters, and that was our goal of the second half.
Insert! When you receive a cracks, insert!
You're living your game on that play. Second down for the Warriors.
They're good. I mean, they're really good, and I knew that coming in. I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, you don't win 22 games in a row and not have a good group of kids.
I believe that we will win.
You pick a girl magnet, Will. You know, look at that look.
That's the face.
Yeah, that's the one.
Can I give him a wink?
Sure, whatever you want to do. Okay, we'll do one more serious one. Just right there.
Can I just look up?
Yep, just look at the camera. That was great, actually.
That was fantastic. Thank you.